55 billion reason you should not buy in these Austin suburbs. Here's something most families moving to Austin don't realize. There's a $55 billion project happening just 30 minutes from downtown, and it's about to completely change which suburbs are worth buying in and which ones are about to become overpriced dead ends. Most people are buying based on what Austin looked like 5 years ago, but by 2028, the map is going to look completely different. And if you're buying a new construction home right now, the neighborhood you pick today could either save you $100,000 or cost you $100,000, depending on whether you know what's coming. Here's what most online guides won't tell you. Hey, what's going on? My name is Allison Carter. I'm a local realtor here in the Austin area, and I specialize in helping young families relocating to Austin find their perfect new construction home. So I talk to buyers every single day who are trying to figure out where to land. And the number one thing I'm hearing it right now is confusion, because the Austin suburbs are not all growing equally. Some areas are getting billions of dollars in infrastructure, others not so much. The Samsung effect. So let's start with the biggest thing happening right now, Samsung. Most people know they're building a facility in Taylor, but here's the reality. The scale of this is way bigger than what's getting reported. Samsung's total investment across Taylor and Austin is now at least $55 billion. By the end of this year, they'll have 1,500 employees on site. They've already locked in 121 customers, including Tesla. This is not some future maybe. This is happening right now. Now, here's what that means for home prices. Taylor itself, you can still find new construction homes starting in the low 200s. Hutto, which is the next town over, has an 800,000 square foot industrial project breaking ground, built by a developer who's worked with Tesla before. They don't enter markets they don't believe in. Georgetown is already seeing the spillover. New communities are popping up along the 130 corridor, and the commute from Georgetown to the Samsung plant, about 20 minutes. I had a client last month who was torn between buying in Kyle, south of Austin, or going north to Georgetown. Same budget, around $450,000. The Kyle home was bigger, but the Georgetown home put him 20 minutes from 1,500 new high-paying jobs. He went north, and he's going to be real glad he did in about 2 years. The Infrastructure Wildcard. So that's the growth engine. But here's what most people overlook, the roads. The I-35 expansion through Austin is a $5 billion project that's going to take about 10 years. It runs between Ben White and 290. And while it's under construction, living east of I-35, if you work west of it or vice versa, it's going to add serious commute time. Meanwhile, Williamson County just approved 10 road projects in Leander and Liberty Hill. The east side of that project alone is $47 million and runs from summer 2026 through early 2028. That's real money. That's the county betting that people are moving there. Now, here's the thing. Most families pick their suburb based on what the commute looks like today. But if you're buying new construction, you're not even moving in for 6 or 8 months. By the time you're settled, some of these road projects will have already been done, and some will just be getting started. So the question isn't, what's the drive like now? The question is, what's the drive going to be in 2028? Where to buy the growth corridor. So if you're a family looking for new construction, here's where the data and the development pipeline are pointing. Leander. You've got Leander ISD schools, new construction from builders like the Toll Brothers and Milestone, price points in the 400s to mid 500s, and here's what most people don't realize. I had a client last month who found a stunning 2,500 square foot new build in Leander for under $500,000, which is almost unheard of in many other parts of Austin. Liberty Hill, same thing, further out, but those road projects I just mentioned are designed specifically to make Liberty Hill more connected. New communities, bigger lots, and the prices that still make sense for a first-time buyer. Cedar Park, a little more established, excellent schools, homes in the $420,000 to $525,000 range. The trade-off is less land, but you're closer to employers, and you've got Ronald Reagan Boulevard connecting you straight into the city. And by the way, the one thing I tell my clients, builder incentives like rate buy-downs and closing cost credits vary a lot between these areas. Some builders in the northern suburbs are getting very aggressive with incentives right now because they're competing with each other. That's money in your pocket. Now, in a minute, I'm going to tell you which areas I would personally avoid right now if I were buying. But first, I want to address the elephant in the room, property taxes, because that's the real cost nobody talks about, and it changes the math on every neighborhood I just mentioned. Where not to buy. So, where should you be cautious? Number one, areas south and southeast of Austin that don't have any major infrastructure or employer projects coming in. Kyle and Buda are fine communities, but they're not getting a Samsung, and they're not getting a billions in road projects. They're growing, but they're not on the same growth trajectory as the northern corridor. Number two, anywhere that's priced like it already has the growth. Some zip codes in South Austin and East Austin have already seen their run up. If you're paying today's price for tomorrow's potential, but tomorrow's already been priced in, you're the one holding the bag. And number three, this one's counterintuitive. Be careful with areas right next to I-35 construction zone. The $5 billion project is great for long-term value. But if you buy a home where the construction is going to be right outside of your neighborhood for the next 5 years, that's not an investment. That is a headache. Here's the reality. The Austin Metro is adding jobs and people faster than almost anywhere in the country, but not every suburb is going to win. The winners are the ones with new infrastructure, new employers, and new housing stock that families actually want. So, if you're planning a move to Austin and you want to make sure you're buying in the right area, not just for today, but for the next 5 to 10 years, there's a link in the description to book a free, no-pressure consultation. I help families navigate these exact decisions every single day, and I'd love to help you too. In this video, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more Austin relocation guides. I put out new videos every week covering the neighborhoods, the builders, and the insider knowledge you need before you move. I'll see you in the next video.